Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's very hot and sunny in London today, and it's a very beautiful day. But what I'm gonna about to read today is not very beautiful. I will be doing a recap from P. Diddy, Sean Cohn trial, and I'm gonna be reading the recap from NBC News. So I'll be going through what the victim, the witness, all speak about, the defend and the prosecutor as well. And I will be speaking about certain things that he said that, the witness said they saw as well happen. And I will also be giving my opinion throughout the video as well. If I don't say a couple words correctly, please. I'm not very good at pronouncing certain words good sometimes, but I'm gonna try my very best. Also, because this is YouTube, I cannot really say certain language out clearly because we're not allowed to do it on YouTube. So I'll be using either code word, or I will just spell it out, or just say the first letter of that word. So I hope you guys will still understand what I'm trying to say. I will just make a sound. So let's begin. So welcome to Sussex Viral. I hope you guys are having a great day. So day one of Sean Diddy Cohn SEX trafficking trial. So Cohn faced 5 criminal counts. 1 count of racketeering conspiracy, 2 counts of SEX trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and 2 counts of transportation to engage in PROS. Truth, Cohn has denied the allegation against him. So the open is with the prosecutor. The prosecutor alleged in their opening remark that Cohn used his fame and power to run a criminal enterprise that facilitates his freak-off, drug-fueled orgy, including paying SES workers. He alleged using VIO, Glenn, and coercion to force the victim into taking part in the freak-off, including his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. The defense, which is on Diddy's side, the defense in their opening statement admit that Cohn was jealous and occasionally VIO lent, but insisted that all the alleged victims partake willingly in his sex life. The defense said that his physical AB and love of body hair were not a federal crimes. So we have the first witness called to testify was a former security guard at the hotel who said he responded to 2016 incident where video showed Cohn beating Cassie at the Intercontinental Hotel. Prosecutor also called a male escort to the stand who said he was paid to have SEX with Cassie between 2012 and 2013. He testified that he witnessed Cohn beating Cassie on at least one occasion and heard him yelling during a separate incident. Okay, so that is just the opening. Whew. Now we're gonna get deep. We are going to get deep. So hold on, guys. Let's start. The male escort who testified last in the on Monday will come back today, which is Tuesday, to be examined today. Examination today, yeah. So the judge ordered Philip, he's the male escort. I think his name is Daniel Philip, to not speak to his attorney or even overnight before he returned to testify again. And that show you that is a serious thing. The judge do not want him to no want to change his mind or then to say something different. So I understand why they would do that. So day 1 after testimony completed. Okay, so let's go in. Court was adjourned before 5 p.m. EDT as Judge Arun. So Arun is the judge. I think his surname is Subramanian. Don't quote me on that. Subramanian. I ain't gonna kill a man with surname. Thanked jury and said he see them again at 9:15 on Tuesday. Oh, I would love to see. I would love to be a fly in New York right now, just on the wall, listening to every part of this trial, and also listen to Diddy and his lawyer speaking behind bar or in the prison. Just a fly on the wall. Just listen to every part of it. The news I will be telling. And I really believe this will turn into a Hollywood movie in the next 5 years. I am telling you, this will be a Hollywood movie blockbuster. If it's not within 5 years, it's gonna be either less than 5 years or just over 5 years. This is gonna be a nice, good, juicy movie, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. Okay. The day end with defense cross examine Daniel Philip, a stripper who testified that he was paid thousands of dollars to have sex with Cassie as Cone watch. So now we're gonna hear what the sex worker said. So he's gonna record what happened, and let's listen. Sorry, you're listening to me. I'm gonna read it out for you guys. I have a problem when I video if I show other people explaining it, I get flagged by YouTube. So when I get flagged, I just don't even bother. Same go for the housewife. I did a perfect one with Kinemo, and my stuff, whatever I said was on point to this day. But that video was flagged, and I couldn't bother keep editing it, so I just didn't bother put it up, and I stopped talking about the housewife completely. But I'm back, and I'm just gonna use my own voice only. No more AI voice, no more editing to other people. I'm just gonna use my voice. If you guys like hearing me, then keep watching and liking. I'll be using my own voice to read whatever or to say whatever I'm talking about, and I may add some videos as well to it. But yeah, I'm just speaking out of my own mouth this time around. So let's go even deeper, and this is gonna be the the recall of the SE worker. So I am gonna try to read whatever he said, how he probably said it. Asked if there was any other time Philip could recall Cone yelling at Cassidy, he testified that there was an incident he could hear while the couple was in a bedroom at the Essex Hotel. In quote, I heard her yelling, I'm sorry. Someone was being slapped around and slammed around the room, Philip said. And I looked around the corner and I saw Mr. Cone walking out the hotel altogether without clothes. He might had a towel on. Cassidy then ran out of the room and jumped into Philip's lap, shaking and terrified. He said, Philip said he recalled wondering why Cassidy stayed with someone who was beating her like this. She basically tried to convince me that it was okay. I'm okay. Philip said, and I said, it's not okay. You need to get help. Continue. Philip said he once thought Cone assaulted Cassidy because she didn't come to the rapper side as soon as he called. And quote, I heard him yell out, babe, come here. Phil said, adding that Cassidy then asked for a moment more time as she finished working on her computer. Cone came out of the room and I saw a liquid bucket fly past her head, hit the wall, he told jury. He grabbed her by her hair and dashed her by the hair into the room. She was screaming and he pulled her into the room. And what I heard sounded like he slapping her. Philip said Cassidy apologized, but that Cone responded by saying, B, when I tell you to come, you come now, not later. Philip said he was shocked and terrified, but he said didn't know what to do. He said he did not intervene and that there were 4 or 5 bodyguards in the other room. Oh, end quote. Oh, I understand. I would be scared too, because if you have bodyguard, how can you go and attack Diddy for hitting this girl when the bodyguard, they are not doing anything and they're gonna come and beat you up? So I understand why you would not be able to intervene. God, that is so terrifying. Continue. Philip told jury that Cone made it clear that he was to keep quiet about Philip told jury that Cone made it clear that he was to keep quiet about the alleged work. Okay. In quote, he asked for my driver license and took a picture of it and said, it's just for insurance. That if I spoke about it to anybody, I understood it to be that he was threatening me, he said, end quote. So definitely this guy could not do anything. He couldn't speak out. It makes sense. There was no way he could have said I'd do anything. No possible way. So I understand why so much people keep quiet for so long. Because someone having your driving license, they have your full detail, they know your address, everything, you know. Phillips told the court that Cohn would often instruct him on how to have sex with Cassidy. He started really directing us after the second time, Philip testified. Some of these instructions allegedly include role play scenery went to orgy where Cohn wanted Philip to ejaculate, and what sex act to perform. According to Philip, Cohn would occasionally stop him so that Cohn could have sex with Cassidy. Ugh. God, that just made me feel sick to my stomach. Oh God, this girl. Oh my God, man. I would want to be a fly in this section. I can't believe Cassidy going through stuff like this. Oh God. He said, okay, back to the story. He also alleged that Cohn offered him DR dog, but Philip said he didn't use substance. Philip described one time in which he said it appeared Cassidy may have been under the influence of the DR dog. In quote, Cohn opened the door. He said, "I don't think this is going to happen today," Philip said. She looked like she was completely passed out, off on the couch, and off the couch. Oh. End quote. Oh God. I tell you guys, it's gonna get really bad. Continue. Philip described a 2012 or 2013 gig when he was paid a few $1,000s to have sex with Cassidy while Cohn watched. The prosecution witness said he was expecting to do a striptease and leave with $200 and a tip. Okay, in quote, at that point, she gave me a few $1,000s and said she would tip me when I leave, Phil told jury. We end up having sex, rub body oil on each other for a couple minutes. Cohn was sitting in the corner. Master baiting. Oh God. After they had sex, Philip said Cassidy gave him a couple of $1,000 more. End quote. The prosecution has called a new witness, Daniel Phillip, who worked as a male stripper, and said he received money from Cassidy to have sex in around 2012 to 2013. So just a recap, Russell. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness. That just made me sick to my stomach. Whew, this girl was going through something very awful. Now, I think this is a new witness. So let's hear what he has to say. So Cohn attorney Brian Steele took up questioning Florence on the cross-examination and pushed the former guard on his brief that Cohn was trying to bribe him. Okay, so this is a cross examination. Yeah. Okay. In quote, as far as the bribe, Mr. Cohn held up a $1,000 bill. You took that as a bribe. You used the word bride, Steel Ox, which is Diddy attorney. Florence, which is, I think, he's a bodyguard. Florence answered, later afflicting the same belief when asked about the sack of money. Steele also pushed Florence around about the report made on the hotel at the time of 2016 incident. He asked Florence why he didn't include Cohn, allegedly telling Cassie she couldn't leave. Florence responded that he didn't think it was significant fact to include. So let's go a little bit deeper into this Florence, which is the hotel guard. Florence testified that he took some cell phone videos after responding to the hotel incident between Cassidy and Cohn. He told the court that he made a video because he didn't think his wife would believe him if he went home and told her what happened. One video showed him monitoring to Cassidy to go into the room, and I had to include him picking up a phone and discussing the incident with his supervisor. The former hotel guard testified that he hadn't reviewed videos of the assault before writing the incident report. Florence said he didn't call the police because Cassidy wanted to leave and no one was pressed in charge. Really? Video from March 5th, 2016 incident where Cohn was seen beating Cassidy in the hallway of the Intercontinental Hotel were officially submitted into evidence. Prosecutor approached Florence with a thumb drive, which the former hotel guard said contained 5 videos from that morning. He was asked to describe the videos as he watched them on the witness stand. If I say his name bad, that's how I pronounce it. Florence describing one video that Cassidy came down the hall and pulled down a bag before Cohn come up behind her in a towel and slammed her in the head and dragged her to the floor, starting to drag her back to the room. In another video, the same hallway, Florence said Cohn barreled down the hallway toward Cassidy and tried to grab the phone from her. We all see that video, so we know exactly what happened. After describing the sack of money Cohn offered him as a bride, Florence said, testifying that Cohn attempted to take the phone of the hotel security guard. He came to the door, closed the door behind him, okay, so this is Florence. I think his name is Florence. I'm going to say it. Florence, in quote, said, he came to the door, closed the door behind him, grabbed the phone my colleague was holding because he thought he was being recorded. He eventually gave the phone back, Florence said. He said, "We are not recording you," and de-escalate the situation. He continued. Florence said that when Cone tried to grab his phone, he pinned Cone to the wall. So you could manage Cone. You could have managed him then. So why do you call the police when you see what he did? End quote. At least 20 fans of Cone camped out overnight ahead of the court. Okay, these are people supporting Diddy, really? So it's saying at least 20 fans of Cone camped out overnight ahead of the court door opening at 8 a.m., including some who slept in the tent. I don't think many of these people could be Cone fans. I just think these people just want to come to the court to hear exactly what's going on. The circus-like atmosphere, dozens of cameras and spectators outside suggest this trial has a ton of interest from the public. The turnover served as sharp contrast to the related new overturn of former Hollywood mogul of Harvey Weinstein retrial. Yeah, it's gonna be a big one. I think this one is gonna be bigger than Harvey. This one is gonna be bigger than Harvey. This one is more obvious. This one is juicy. This one is juicy. People gonna be watching. People gonna be listening, and not only that, people want to be part of it. People wanna see the same movie. People everybody wanna talk about it. Okay, so back to the story. Florence testified that he was on shift the day at the Intercontinental Hotel in March 2016 when surveillance video showed Cone dragging and kicking Cassie in the hallway. The incident occurred around 11 a.m. and Florence was called to a woman in distress on the 6th floor. He testified that he recognized Cone. He was in a towel, but did not recognize Cassie at the time. She was scared, Florence testified. She was in the corner, hood on, cover up. I couldn't see her face. She was pretty much in the corner. On the floor was a destroyed flower. On the floor was a destroyed flowers vase. Florence said that Cone told him they were arguing at the time. He notified Cassie trying to walk away and get her phone, but Cone told her she wasn't going to leave. The former hotel guard said he put his body into the doorway and stood for a few minutes until Cassie left the room. He started to leave and Cone called for me, Florence said. He had a stack of money and he threw it at me and said, "Don't tell anyone." And we never heard about it, so I guess you probably took the money. And if you didn't take the money, why didn't you put the video to the police? This is so messed up in so many ways. My goodness. The government called the first witness. So the first witness was Florence, which is Israel Florence, who is a LAPD officer who was once working as a hotel security at the time when the incident happened on video camera that we all see last year. He was on duty the day Cone was caught on camera attacking his then girlfriend Cassidy in the hallway in March 2016. So, before lunch began, Cassidy's attorney spoke to the jury before objection they had regarding evidence that the prosecutor wanted to submit into evidence along with its witness. Comey told the judge the witness is a security guard who worked at the Intercontinental Hotel, who would testify to the incident reported and personal observation following the incident between Cassidy and Cohn. Cohn attorney Brian Steele argued that the witness had no personal knowledge of the incident and includes speculation. Steele told the judge that the document had jurisdiction elements and doesn't believe they are trustworthy. So Arun, the judge, ruled against Cohn attorney and said that so long as the government established a foundation, the exhibition would be allowed into evidence. And obviously I just read out the evidence of what Florence said, so at least they did make him speak, because if he was the one who let Cassidy escape that night, then he is a witness. So I don't know why Diddy attorney believed that he would have get away with it. And obviously it's in Low Manhattan, where dozens of cameras rolling around looking for Diddy family members, you know. And I was once in Manhattan. If I could be over there right now, I would have definitely go and video this as well. So the defense son, Justin Cohn, was chatting with supporter at his father. Okay. So once I see that video, I'd believe everything that Cassidy said. That video alone made me know that Cassidy ain't playing. She ain't lying about nothing. Ain't lying about anything. Those body eye make me have a second believe that Cassidy ain't lying about anything. Because one, we see how he physically beat her in the most disgusting possible way. And then we see how many body eye he had. Why did he have so many body eye? We still want to know. And obviously it's because he was doing very saucy things that he think he needed body eye for. Look how much body eye he had. And we know that Cohn doesn't use body eye for himself. No. Not to grease his skin though. Maybe the lower part, but that's as far as it go. So everyone wanna hear, everyone wanna see, and why not? They been okay. So today I had a few more questions, but the prosecutor had provided two victims. Victim 2 refer as Jane, and victim 4 refer as Mia. Okay, so there was 2 victims that was also at the trial, and I don't know. Let me see. During the open statement, Jane was described as a single mother who met Cohn in 2020. Prosecutors said she fell in love with Cohn quickly and had a non-exclusive relationship with him, which include alleged abuse and coercion. Maya was described as a former personal assistant who worked for Cohn for years. According to the allegation during the opening, she allegedly beginning to group with time that Diddy forced himself on her, wanted to keep the secret. Want her to keep the secret. That's the way they wrote it. So it said also that the jury had the Cohn family undivided attention during the opening statement. Cohn mother and children all had their body turned right to face the jury box, keeping their eyes on the jury and Cohn defense attorney this morning. Cohn too focused on the face of the jury, but didn't provide reaction himself. The only notable moment was when Jero introduced himself, standing up when she said, "This is Sean Cohn." Okay. So Sean Cohn mother, she was at the court, obviously, because she is part of all of the circus. She grew him to be this way. She's part of it. She sell her son out from a very young age. She sell him out to sleep with all of the big, rich Hollywood superstars, producers, managers, and now he turned into be a monster. I said, you guys need to go and watch my video, the monster of Diddy. Okay, there's so much part of this video case. It is so much of it. Like, I can imagine how long this trial was on Monday, because the stories are gruesome, but like, there's so much people that is gonna testify against Diddy. Oh my goodness, I don't know how long this is gonna be, and I wish they did it on video so we could all watch it and talk about it, but they did not. You only can read it from the manuscript of other people that is inside the court. So I think his name is Jarajis, and the defense opening statement by assuring the victim, including Cassie, was motivated to lie because they were seeking a money grab. Okay. So in quote, they will tell you they were victim. Ask yourself, what is their motive? And I guess this is P. Diddy attorney, because I think he have two attorney. And for the fact that his attorney is saying it's a money grab, whether it's a money grab or not, we have video proof of everything that he did to her on the hotel. And if he's done that one time, I can guarantee he's been doing that more. He's been doing it many times. Because no way a man is gonna beat you so viciously one time and let you go on without doing it again. Because, and if that was the first time, how would he know that he would have get away with it. How did he know that she would have let him get away with it? So obviously that's not the start. We all know how these things started, and it don't start with someone just bash you against the wall, kick you in it. No, it doesn't start like that. It starts slow until it get worse. And I know that was one of the worst that she was getting. So imagine all this time, this girl Cassidy has been with Diddy for 10 years. 10 solid years. This young girl, from she was 17, she first start working with Diddy, and she continued working with him throughout their relationship. I think she started a relationship with Diddy when she was probably like 18 or 19, and throughout then she been dating Diddy, and she's in her early 30, and there's no way you can let me believe that this young girl was willing to make this man treat her this type of way, and then it was just, she's just gonna wake up one day and just say, I need money, I'm gonna do this and get money from him. A man like P. Diddy is not going to just pay money to any person. This is a man that feel that he could control everyone around him. This man feel like he had the power that he could do whatever he want and get away with it. So a small person like Cassidy could never just lie and just get away with it like that. Not a big lie that, no. He paid her because he knew what she was saying was true. That's why he paid her. And the thing is, what many people don't realize is that when you have power, or when you feel as if you have power and you can do whatever you want, especially when you're doing wickedness, it's gonna come back at you. It's gonna come back at you, and you are gonna get what you deserve. You will get what you deserve eventually. There's nothing that root or rule in darkness that don't come out into the light. Because if you do wickedness in the darkness, it will come out. Just as if you do good in the darkness, it will come out. Whatever you do good in the light, it will come out in the darkness too. It will always show. So Diddy doing all these wickedness to this young girl, believe he would get away with it, and eventually he would not, because his time was coming, and will help her to break free. I really thank them for them to help her to break free from this guy, because we don't know how much other people we have done this to until now. Just now we know. So I don't believe it was money motivation. No. So a Diddy attorney insists that Cohn was conspiring with no one, and that the DROG were obtained for personal use. Is it? Cohn also did not knowingly paid S workers to travel for commercial S action. His lawyer insists it is money. It is money for time. He was paying money for the experience. Jero said. Okay, so the Cohn defense told jury it will show how his accuser were not forced into sex and could have part with him at almost any time. She was a willing petitioner in the Sex live, Juro said in alleged victim and likely prosecution witness Cassie. The accuser, known as Jane, had her eyes open during her relationship with Cohn, according to the defense. After a period of time, their relationship became mostly sex. She was capable, strong adult woman. Cassidy ended a relationship with Cohn because she realized she would never mean as much to him as his former girlfriend, Kim Porter. Oh, whatever. When P. Diddy treated Kim Porter like rubbish when she was alive, it's only when she died he was like, oh, she was his soulmate. And if she was his soulmate, then why didn't you be with her all this time? You treat her like she was crap. So why would Cassie suddenly be just jealous of a dead woman when she been seeing Diddy over 8 years when Kim was alive, and she never leave or feel jealous or take money or anything? So why when a woman dies she gonna feel jealous and decide that she wanna leave now and take money? Come on, that's a very weak statement. Like, is attorney, they don't know what to say. Like, if I was his attorney, I don't even want to think what I would have said for him, because someone like him don't need help. Juror told the jury that when Porter died of pneumonia in 2018, Cassidy went to the funeral to support Cohn. When Cohn said Kim was his soulmate, Cassidy realized all things she would not be. She wanted to be Cohn's wife. What? The woman dead, so how would she be jealous of her? Porter and Kim and Cohn had an on and off relationship for over a decade and shared multiple children. Juro alleged that there were years of jealousy at the center of Cohn's relationship with Cassidy and Porter. Cassidy then left on her own term when it was clear she would never be that. Never be his wife, never be his lover of his life. Whatever. It's a weak statement they make. The defense won't fight allegation that Cohn had committed act of domestic violence or used baby during sex, saying none of these actions amount to potential federal crime being adjourned here. Okay. Cohn is not proud of that, but he will own that he had a bad temper. Sometimes he was so angry and jealous that he get out of control. Jarrell said during the defense opening statement, we will not shy away from things he did, but we will not own the things he did not do. She told jury, he is physical, he is using DR, dog user. He may know of his love of body oil, but that's not federal crime, no. So so Diddy now get a female and a male to represent him. He's trying to do a Johnny Depp attorney like situation, where Johnny Depp had a female attorney and a female attorney. A female attorney and a male attorney. And when the female attorney tried to cross examination of Johnny Depp ex, I forgot her name, Amber. the female attorney destroyed Amber. Like, she literally destroyed her. And because she's a female, it didn't really seem like, oh, she may be too aggressive or, too rough on her. When, if it was a male, it would have seemed more like, oh, should this male attorney be speaking to her like that? Or, certain things, certain other ways. And I think Diddy is trying to do the same thing. But I don't think he should even try, because it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, no. There's too much stuff against him. He's gonna get arrested. He's gonna get locked up. He will get locked up. I see it coming for him already. Diddy's gonna get locked up. I don't know how many years, but he's gonna get locked up maybe. If I should say years, I would say maybe within 15 to 20 years he probably get. And if he work out something with them, he may get 5 to 10 years if he work out on a deal. So if he do a deal, he will get 5 to 10 years. And if he continue with court, then he's gonna get 15 to 20 years in jail. I don't know if he's gonna be able to survive, in jail, because someone like Diddy is not made for jail. He look big and powerful, but jail is not his cup of tea. And in some way, I think he's gonna get out. I don't know which way he's gonna get out, but we just have to wait and see. But he will get locked up. He will get a sentence, whether by a deal or by a true court. And they are going after other people that may be included in the partake with Diddy. So other people may end up getting charged and involved into all of this mess as well. So we just have to wait and see who else they're gonna call and who else they're gonna blame to be part of what was going on in Diddy's circle. So whoever was circling with Diddy, they have to be very careful, because they may end up get part of it. Because I'm not saying Diddy gonna be a rat, but a rat is a rat. A rat is always gonna rat. So Combe faced criminal count that include alleged racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud and coercion, and transportational and engaging prostitution. So Tenny Gerald, I think her name is Jereso, but I'll call her Gerald because I prefer that one, because I can't pronounce it so clearly. My list tongue does not work like that. So let me see if I can find a lot of people that spoke out against Diddy. So let me see. The government wrap up opening statement. Okay, let me see what the prosecutor said to the jury on Monday. Okay. After all the evidence is heard, several weeks from now, they'll have no choice but to find Diddy Cohn guilty on all charge. And hear what the prosecution said. I ask you, do 3 things, Johnson said, sorry. Please pay close attention to the evidence. Follow the jury instruction on the law. Please use and trust your common sense. And that's end quote. She concluded in opening statement from the United States. If you do all that, you will reach the only verdict, that the defendant, Sean Cohn, is guilty. The prosecutor, in their opening statement, said jury will also hear from Mia, Cohen's personal assistant who worked with him for years. And I think Mia could be the one that spoke on Tasha K. Tasha K from YouTube. She did an interview with Tasha K, and I think she could be the one. And she said Cohen beat the baby out of her. So, oh my God, you know. And then you have Jane, which is a single mother. And Jane, okay, let me see what Jane said. So Jane and Cohen met in 2020 when she quickly got caught up in the defense of web of ABUs. Johnson said, quote, she wanted the escort to wear condom, but he would not let them. Then he would make her take DR views. She broke down and took EC Estrie. Johnson said one time she vomited. He told her to hurry up and get back in the room where the escort was waiting. Why these women put themselves through that? Cohen and his bodyguard attempt to cover up surveillance video of him assaulting Cassie in LA hotel all the way in 2016 by trying to get what they thought was the only copy of the footage. Johnson told jury. She alleged the defense gave a brown paper bag full of $10,000 in cash to a security guard to broker a deal. Nothing could put his public image at risk, Johnson said of Cohen, adding they cover up brutal beating while trying to keep Cassidy locked up for days. And there's video evidence which we all know and see. The prosecutor warned jury to brace themselves for troubling evidence of freak-off, day-long drug-fruity orgy allegedly. Whew. Some of the details of what happened to them will be hard to hear, Johnson said to the victim. Said of the victim. He used lies, DR, dog, threats, and VIO length to force and coerce first Cassidy and later Jane to have sex with him in front of male escort. There were allegedly no border that could limit Cohen's desire for these acts. He direct freak off weeks after weeks around the country and sometimes out of the country. Wow. No wonder why these people love going to his party so much. Oh. Cassidy, the former girlfriend, tried to run away from years of abuse, but was threatened by the release of video of sex act Cohen forced her to partake in. And in quote, her life and safety depend on keeping him happy, Johnson said in her opening statement. The singer met Cohen when she was 19. Well, I heard that it was 17 when she just started. But yeah, 19 when she was in a relationship with him. With a hit song, Cassie alleged began his abuse of her early on and forced Cassidy to regularly partake in his freak-off or sex party that often include sex worker. Cassidy tried her first freak off because she loved him and wanted to make him happy. If Cassidy didn't do what he wanted, it will get worse. which we all know what he do to her. Johnson lists off a range of allegations of abuse that Cassidy endured during 2006 to 2018, including beating that was seen on video surveillance video and made public by CNN. Oh my goodness. Prosecutor wanted to paint Cohn as the kingpin of criminal enterprise, accusing him of using a vast network of employees to carry out any number of alleged illegal acts. And as she said, he sometimes called himself the king and expected to be treated like one. Johnson said, to cater to all his desire. She said he used his company to manipulate women, forcing them with male escort. Bless me. To have sex while he watched. He and his inner circle made sure he got everything he wanted. The prosecutor, Emily Johnson, began her opening statement, which I already said it already. This man is so terrible. One example Johnson gave was a night he was on the hunt for former girlfriend Cassidy after learning she had a new man in her life. Johnson alleged that Cohn forced an employee into a SUV to take him to the new man's house. So if Cassidy was so loving Diddy and wanted to take part and only wanted to take money, why would she leave him? She would have stayed with him. So this girl literally tried to remove herself from this guy and she couldn't. When he finally found her, he beat her brutally, kicking her in the back and flinging her around like a rag doll. Johnson said he had to make sure he had control over Cassidy once again. So he threatened her and said he would define her again. He will release video of her having sex with male escort. Johnson told the jury, this is just a tip of the iceberg. In 20 years of Cohn using his inner circle to cover up crime after crime. So I didn't even know it was 2006 was the first time. I remember her song came out roughly around that time. So it makes sense. It makes sense. I'm reading this and my stomach turned so many times. I'm telling you, if you could open my stomach and just everything just flood out, it would have just flooded out of my stomach. My stomach is so upsetting right now. Just reading the details of the things that Diddy do, it's just so disgusting. So disgusting. The jury considered of 12 people in the main poll, additional 6 people who may be asked to step in. Okay, in case if anybody stepped down, including residents from Manhattan, Brooklyn, West South Chester, including investment analyst, physical assistant, massage therapist, deli court, scientist, social worker, architects. Several have been said they had seen the video of Cohn assaulting Cassidy in the LA hotel. This is what we know about the 12 jury. So jury number 2 is a 69-year-old male work as an actor and a massage therapist. He said he lives in Manhattan. Alright, so we are going to wait until Tuesday. We can hear the next part of Diddy SEX trafficking trial, and we will just, you know, conclude in the next 7 weeks of what's gonna happen to P. Diddy. Is he gonna found guilty, or is he gonna buy his way out of it, or is he somewhat innocent in some type of way? We'll never know. So stay tuned and follow me, and also please like the video and subscribe. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.